So with respect to zero DTE options, I have had a lot of success with Iron Condors entered later in the day. Do you think this is a scalable strategic approach for zero DTE trades, or will the law of large numbers and the zero-sum game eventually catch up with me?
Well, I don't think it's a zero-sum game because you can get in and out anytime you want. So for me, it's not like you have to set it and forget it. I mean, if you're putting on an Iron Condor that has a 70% pop and you're not managing the winners, I guess at the end it will come out that, you'll have the amount of percentages you should have. Net, whether you're up or down money will be decided on how the market behaves. I think what you're doing, if it's working for you, you should keep it going. I think it's more of a product of how the market's been behaving and the strategy you're using than it being a viable, I could do this every day, every week and let it go. The market goes sideways, it'll work great for you.
So it's great that you've had a lot of success using Iron Condors entered later in the day. I assume that you had a lot of success the prior week.
Prior to this week,
yeah,
right.
Last week was a tough week to enter Iron Condors later in the day, unless you were playing them very much to the upside, because we had so many markups. I mean, I would think
because the market didn't cooperate, right?
Last week, the Iron Condors would be trading, expensive relative, and it was hard to make money on them because the moves broke out to the upside. But even so, if it's been working over the last couple of weeks, I completely understand because we've been inside of a pretty narrow trading range. I wouldn't say this is a scalable approach. I would say this is a reasonable approach. And I actually believe the law of large numbers and different aspects of a zero-sum game of late in the day, zero DT options will catch up to you. Because I just think that when you're doing something late in the day, you've pretty much made your bed and you're not giving yourself a lot of room to adjust, to take off, to be right. Like for me, it's one of the hardest trades in the book because it truly trades at fair value. There's no edge for or against you, and you can't make adjustments. So I think that it's a great engagement tool, and I don't mind if it's working for you, stick with it. But if it starts not to work, be careful because the law of large numbers might catch up with you on this one.
It's more of what the market's doing, right?
Yeah, sure, of course. Let's go to the next slide.